Greetings, Earthlings! Welcome back to another episode of
The Spiritual Gaze.
I am one of your hosts, Angel.
And I'm your other host, Brandon, and this is our twice-monthly podcast dedicated to exploring the wide reaches of spirituality without pretending that it all makes sense.
It's what we do. It's our job to explore these for you.
And this week on the pod, it's a double dose of astrology.
Whoop, whoop.
That's right. We're going to do a cosmic update, and then we're going to deep dive into Uranus and Gemini because we're going to be living with them for the next 7 years.
And it is Gemini season, so it makes sense to double it up.
To double it up, double the fun.
Yeah.
Double the chaos. Double the insanity.
What did you call me?
Double the liberation.
How dare you?
Would you introduce yourself to those that may not know you?
Hi, I am Angel Lopez. I am an astrologer. I am a teacher and a healer of metaphysical things. I'm also a writer and occasionally have been a film producer. And your husband.
Correct.
And who are you?
I am Brandon Alter. I am a queer spiritual healer and teacher of astrology and shamanism and tarot. And I'm also a writer and songwriter and your husband.
Aw, you are a songwriter.
I am a songwriter. I know. I'm very excited about how things are progressing.
You should be.
In songwriting land.
And together we are the Spiritual Gaze, and it will be 8 years of the Spiritual Gaze in June.
Will it really?
Yeah.
Well, do you remember the Spiritual Gaze are a Gemini?
I know. Look at us. Here we are.
Here we are. We survived a Saturn cycle.
Oh my gosh, completely.
He almost took us out. He almost ground us down to a pulp. He said, you better get stronger. You better do the work.
You better take responsibility.
And here we are.
Step into your power.
Yeah.
And also make a real decision. Like, is this a thing?
Yeah.
And here we are. Yeah.
It's a thing. It's a thing, right?
It's a thing.
Is it a thing?
I mean, it still is a thing. In
I
our
guess.
lives, so
It's a thing for us.
I'm happy for it. Well, we just kind of did like tickle a little bit into your songwriting.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's part of your check-in, but
It is part of my check-in.
so then why don't you just check in with us, babes?
I wanted to check in around the creative process.
All right, let us know what's up.
The inspiring, liberating, nourishing, and devastating creative process.
Ooh, say that twice.
Yeah. So, I mean, as a lot of you know, I've been writing this musical about the tarot for the last 5-6 years. The first song came to me when I was walking Noche in our old neighborhood during the pandemic, sometime in 2020. And I don't think I've ever been with a project for this long, working on something for this long, in most cases alone. You know, like we've had one real reading of the script many drafts ago.
Yeah.
And it's been equal parts very nourishing for me and like living with these songs and living with these characters and the story. And it's also just been, I mean, it's so Gemini, right? Anyone who's creative understands that you have these like two voices. And sometimes the voice says like, you're a genius. This is the most incredible thing that's ever been created. And then there's the other voice that says like, this is absolute garbage. Like, why are you wasting your time on this? And so about a year ago, I found this great music producer, this kid named Xander, pretty fresh out of UCLA, and he's been helping me turn my songs, which I have recorded, you know, just like my voice and the piano, into like fully produced demos with like multiple singers. And so we've done 5 of them, and I wanted to have like an EP of 10 songs. And so he just sent me last week his like first pass of these 5 songs, and 2 of those songs are fairly new songs that I wrote in this like 6th draft of the script. And I was feeling really low and like I didn't have a lot of energy around the process or the project. And then hearing these songs really got me motivated and inspired again, like to have something you've created go through somebody else's process and then be returned to you to reflect your own voice is really something. So I'm excited. I'm going to be working with him next week to continue like a second pass and a third pass on these songs before we get some singers in there, and then hopefully like send this thing out into the world a little bit, you know, by the time we get to Cancer season, hopefully. Maybe Leo season, honestly. It's my 5th house of creativity, so maybe it'll be Leo season. But yeah, it's been It's been so hard. It's been so hard, but I think have surrendered to the creative process in a way that I never have before, which is that it's really all about the creative process, which my Capricorn moon hates to hear because my Capricorn moon just wants to chase the ambition of it. But there have been times where I've been sitting at the piano and I've found like the perfect chord, or I've like just recorded the song in a perfect way, or all of a sudden like a new bridge shows up, or like songs that come to, there was one song that came to me like literally in a dream, and I woke up and I was able to like record it before it left me. And it's like, these are the moments that even if, and I hope this isn't the case, but like even if nothing ever came of this, like even if this musical never gets on its feet and nobody ever saw it, it's been worth it for me to live with it and to be actively like creating it, to be the vessel for it to come through, because it's given me so much. And I think about songs as spirits, and the songwriter is a shaman who brings the spirits into the middle world. And I think that's like why you go to concerts. Like you go and see Madonna and you go and see Lorde. I'm talking to you, Angel Lopez, because you want to be in the presence of those songs.
Yeah, of
you
course.
want to be there when the shaman brings in the spirit of Greenlight or Like a Virgin, because to be in the same room when it shows up, like it does something to you. It changes you, it heals you, it empowers you. So for me to get to live the last 5-6 years with all these spirits, even though I know some of these songs aren't going to make it to the last draft, like I'm having to cut songs, which is really hard to cut a song that no one's ever really heard before,
Right.
except for maybe you, over and over again when I'm in the shower, in the kitchen. I'm just so grateful to have had them in my life. And in a lot of ways, these songs, these spirits are what's gotten me through and like kept me alive and empowered through some really hard times, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I think about writing some of these songs like in the hospital room when my mom was dying, in her house when I was looking after her dog, you know, like this story has been with me during the most like transformative, challenging period of my life. So that's the creative process. I remember I had an acting teacher named Diana Castle from the Imagined Life Studio. She was a Leo, which I think is a bad idea, just FYI, to have an acting teacher who's a Leo, because they can't help but make it all about them, which is not what you want from an acting teacher. No shade, Diana Castle, you're a great acting teacher, but she would always give a lecture at the beginning of like every class, like a 20-minute or 30-minute lecture. And it was like, they were very inspiring, but it was like very all about her, you know?
Right.
Why am I talking about Diana Castle? Why am I talking about an acting teacher? Why am I talking about this?
I have no idea.
What was I just talking about? I got totally off. Oh, I remember. She always talked about how you need to have a story with your living with. You need to have a river of creativity that runs alongside your life. And she talks about how in the olden days, when we didn't have social media and we didn't have movies, you had a book and you'd be sitting on the train or you'd be in your like horse and buggy and you'd have this book that you were reading, and the story of that book would reflect your life back to you in a poetic way because you were tapped into this river of creativity. And that is for all people, not even like those that are like creatives. And so I am grateful that through the ups and the downs and the ins and the outs, I've had Arcana, this river of creativity that's been a companion and a poetic and symbolic reflection of my life as I've been moving through it.
Yeah. Well, it feels like you really answered the cosmic call of this project, and it's some sort of energetic desire to come through. And I think that is also along the lines of what you're saying, like true that, I think all creatives, if, doing it the right way, are mystics, right? And that it is a mystical experience to create something, as you were saying about concerts, like, even you mentioned Lorde, because I went to the Lorde concert last night, and she even actually said at one point, like, how grateful she was that she gets to sort of be the host of this ritual that we're all involved in.
Yeah.
And it really does feel that way. Like it is this
For sure.
bit of an energetic ritual that we all come together for. And I think that is creativity too,
Yeah.
entirely. And
I'm even thinking about visual art now too, and like certain paintings or sculpture that have a spirit, right? That the artist imbues either a part of themselves or something that isn't from themselves, that came through them. And you go and you stand in the presence of something. Like we're going to get to go to Madrid next month, and we're going to get to stand in front of La Guernica, which is huge. And we're going to get to feel the spirit that Picasso put into that painting. And it just makes me wonder, does the art that AI generate or will generate, does it have a spirit?
I guess it will depend. I think, I don't know, there's something when you were just talking, the idea of when people connect with art, there's like a phrase of like, oh, it just speaks to me, right? And there is like a soulful connection there, right?
Right.
Like, oh, the soul of this thing spoke to me.
Yeah.
Like it's almost as if it like literally,
It does.
speaks to you.
The soul of the artwork speaks to your soul.
Right. And so, yeah, it will be interesting to see if
any AI art actually speaks to anyone's soul.
Yeah, and I think it may, but it'll be interesting to, I think, as we evolve, and we'll talk, I think, more about this when we talk about Uranus and Gemini.
But it's a little
taste. There's a lot of AI, I think, wrapped up in that. But yeah, as I think we evolve our ideas of it and what the soul of it is, I think it will be interesting to see. But I don't know. I don't know the answer to that yet.
Yeah. Well, I won't force us down that rabbit hole yet. What do you want to check in about?
Oh, what do I want to check in about?
Snap out of it, Angel.
Girl, I wish I could.
Snap out of it.
I'm doing my best.
Okay.
You
are doing your best.
I am doing my best, honestly, and I'm very proud of myself. I think primarily just on like the deep kind of personal inner work I've been really tackling.
You do deep interpersonal work?
Yeah, but I think lately it's even more intense because, and I don't think I mentioned this in the last episode, but I'm entering what is my Chiron return, and that is like a massive.
You did not mention that.
Yeah, it's a massive transit. I think for one to go through, and it's specifically, for those who don't know, Chiron is that planetoid in astrology that helps connect you to your deepest wound that you're meant to feel and hopefully heal in this lifetime. And
potentially then become a healer of that wound for others.
Exactly. And I am pretty much just weeks away from the actual degree Chiron return moment. But it's certainly been dabbling in there for me. And I'm understanding now why so many of like my kind of heaviest, deepest wounds have been finding their way up to the surface, because I'm having to really expose them and explore them and find why I've maybe held on to them for so long, and ultimately really try to heal them on a stronger level.
Your Chiron is late degrees of Aries in the 12th house?
No, it's 0 degrees Taurus.
Oh.
In the 12th house.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I think it's very much about like the relationship between like spirit and body.
Oh, so that means Chiron's about to change signs too.
Mm-hmm.
We should maybe do an episode on that.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I think that has been a lot of what's been going on for me, I think, is just having to just tackle old childhood shit, to be honest. And, like issues around like my self-worth, things that have stuck around for a long time, body image issues, very much in particular, which I think is very Taurus. But I think also like how being a 12th house Chiron, how well I have deeply buried some of the experiences and the memories around, I think both like body image stuff, but also just like faith in general. 12th house, having faith in the greater spirit. I think that on some level is why I've always referred to myself as like the reluctant astrologer, because I'm like, I don't know how this works, but I am literally someone who works in spirituality, guides in spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
I have total faith.
You know,
in
you're
it.
on a podcast right now about spirituality, right?
I'm a host.
Yeah. Okay.
But I,
you know, the spiritual gaze was actually your name. You came up with it.
I know.
Yeah.
I own the trademark.
No, we co-own the trademark. And what was my idea for the podcast? Wasn't it like Ladies Who Meditate? This could have been called Ladies Who Meditate, which is hilarious because I don't think Angel and I have meditated for quite some time.
Speak for yourself.
How's your meditation practice going, Boo?
She's better than yours.
Oh, you don't know that.
This is how an Aries rising and an Aries talk
You
about
don't know
spirituality.
that.
I'm more spiritual than you.
That's not what I was saying. I was just asking about your meditation practice, Boo.
It's actually better these days.
Okay, is it consistent?
I meditated yesterday.
Good for you.
I have not meditated today.
Same.
I don't think you've meditated since the Bush administration.
That would be correct, actually. That would be correct.
Exactly. Since Katy Perry was a star we all cared about.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Katy Cats. No offense.
Is that what they're called?
Kitty cats, yeah.
That's actually
Don't
adorable.
we all know that?
No, we do not
Isn't that
know that.
common knowledge, Katy cat? But anyhow, I don't remember.
You were
exactly
saying
where
you're
I
a
was.
skeptical spiritualist
but
who
I
fights
think-
your own intuition.
Yeah, and what I really wanted to say, I think, was that I am best at my spirituality when I'm using it in service of someone else.
Mm.
I am not great at believing in it for myself because I have struggled in my own self-belief. So if I can't believe in myself to achieve or accomplish or even just like be, then why would I fully embody my belief in something greater than me? But when it comes to you and to you, I believe in the betterment of you. As I was saying to someone yesterday, like whenever I give an astrology reading, I think my unknowing goal is to leave that person better than when I started with them.
Yeah.
And because I believe that they have that potential.
For sure.
I believe we all have that potential. Like I've said, I don't believe in a best self.
No.
That's bullshit.
It is bullshit.
But a better self.
You hear me, Oprah?
Yeah.
You hear me coming for you? No, I'm just kidding. Invite me over for tea, please. I want to sit under the oaks.
Nope. Your feud with Oprah started today.
Oh, shit. All right, well.
I'm going to DM her this
Aquarius
clip.
versus Aquarius. It's like spy versus spy.
That's the next podcast.
Yeah, Aquarius
you and
versus
Oprah
Aquarius.
just debate.
Oh my gosh. That would be brutal.
It would be 3 hours long each episode.
It would just be like wormholes and wormholes. But wait, I want to go back to what you said because I don't think you're special in the sense that.
I'm sorry, what?
No. Sorry, Aries. Is everyone seeing your Angel? For those that aren't
I'm sorry.
watching this, Angel
who
is
said
wearing
that?
a sweater that has the word Aries written on it no less than like 10 times.
And your point?
No, I'm just everybody's got to know. And you're wearing your lion socks, so you're also repping Leo on your ankles. Listen, I think it's so much harder for most of us to do good spiritual work for ourselves, and it is easier to do it for other people. It's easier to give a tarot reading to somebody else. It's easier to journey on somebody else's behalf. It's easier to look at somebody else's chart and see things in the chart that you wouldn't see in your own chart because we're too close to our lives.
Completely.
So I don't think that's a reason to be hard on yourself. It's
No,
not a
no.
reason to abandon having a personal spiritual practice.
Agreed. Yeah.
But I think a lot of people out there, I'm sure, resonate with what you're saying.
Yeah, and I think it's not even just a spiritual experience, it's a human experience, right? I think probably like the parents out there listening are like, oh, it's easier for me to
Do for my children.
yeah, exactly, than to
Yeah.
do for myself.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I think that is just, something that we have somehow ingrained in ourselves. And, I think that I'm looking to revolutionize that for myself. Me first, Aries.
Not to put you on the spot, but putting you on the spot. How would you begin to articulate what the wound is for a Chiron in Taurus?
mean, I think, as I said, it's like a self-worth of the body. I think there is something in that. Like being worthy of a pleasurable experience in a body. I think that's part of Chiron in Taurus.
Yeah.
Like wounds around enjoyment. I was talking in therapy yesterday, and I was sharing something I was excited about, and my therapist stopped me and was like, normally when I'm talking in therapy, it's like, I'm crying or something, and it's like, let's see, where do you feel this in your body? But this was like, let's pause. Where are you feeling this joy in your body? And I was like tapping me into it, and I was like, oh, I feel it here. I feel it in my shoulders. I feel that. And he was like, that's good. He's like, I think we spend a lot of time acknowledging our pain and our sadness and where we're feeling that. But like, you need to embody the experience of feeling where your joy lives.
Yeah, totally.
Where your pride lives.
Yeah.
And
it's right here in this chair.
Yes. But I think that is part of a Chiron in Taurus experience.
Yeah.
Is learning to feel the good.
Yeah. Beautiful. I think that's very valuable.
Well, my work here is done.
Okay, now do me. Now do Gemini.
What? Chiron and Gemini? Are you Chiron and Gemini? Oh, well, what do you think Chiron and Gemini is?
Girl, I don't know. I just did a whole speech about how it's hard to read yourself for filth when you can have somebody else do it for you. Oh, goddess. I mean, I've talked about it on the podcast. I think that Gemini is the sign of the binary, right? Because it's the twins. So I think there's like wounding around like binary, around like you're either this or you're that, I think Gemini is an air sign, so it's also about the voice. So it's like woundings around the voice, how your voice sounds, trusting your voice, not just like the literal one that comes out of your mouth, but like your point of view. Yeah.
And I think communication. Like where your communication has been inadvertently wounding yourself.
Oh, say more.
I think we should move on.
Okay.
Just something to.
I feel like I'm an excellent communicator.
You are, honey.
Okay.
I take that back.
All right. Stop winking at Aaliyah. Jesus. I will say, like, being misunderstood and being shushed are two of my biggest triggers in life.
I have learned that.
Yeah, you can't shush me.
Hard way.
I'm a loud person. I was a loud child, and everyone was always trying to shush me, and it just made me like, you can't make me small, Oprah. You hear me?
And you certainly can't make her quiet.
No, you really can't.
No.
You really can't.
No.
Anyhoodle, let's head into this episode's Cosmic Update. I mean, honestly, I'm going to have Uranus like rolling over my Chiron several times over the next little bit. So
rolling
on the river.
Rolling on your Chiron.
Do you remember when we saw that amazing drag queen in Spain sing lip sync?
Gosh, yes.
In Barcelona?
Yes.
And she did that amazing lip sync performance to Proud Mary.
Wow.
I know.
Where is that woman today?
We have no idea. Maybe she'll be there when we go back to Barcelona 10 years later.
Remember that drag queen's name?
We'll find the bar. All right, let's talk you through the transits that are coming your way.
Yes.
Because you should know what you're facing, what the weather is outside.
Well, I think it's really, the current landscape kind of leads us directly into this Sag Full Moon.
Okay.
It's happening on the 31st.
All right.
At 9 degrees.
Of Sagittarius, Gemini.
Sag and Gemini, that polarity.
All right.
And the Sag Full Moon will be trining Saturn at 12 of Aries. That Saturn will be squaring Venus in Cancer at that same time.
Okay.
But this full moon is also making a sextile with Pluto at 5 Aquarius. So in, I think, positive conversation with both Saturn and Pluto. I think if we're looking to Sagittarius as the truth seeker, right, there are some opportunities there to perhaps see truth in some things, but in a way that's really helpful, a value that allows you to tap in a little bit more to the work you want to be really doing, maybe shifting away from some of the work you don't really want to be doing, or at least like taking some steps.
That's kind of what I was thinking with slightly different language.
Yeah.
Because I always think of Sagittarius as a quest enthusiast.
Yes.
Sagittarius really needs to have not just something they're chasing, but like a big mythological story around it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a full moon is often a time for release. And so I felt like perhaps the truth that you're talking about, the things that you see, that sextile to Pluto being kind of helpful, and also a trine to Pluto as well, right? Because the sun in Gemini is going to trine Pluto,
Mm-hmm.
but it's going to sextile the moon. So they're all in conversation with each other. It's like what's being revealed, or sometimes Pluto like dismantles something so that you can like see what it is, what it's always been, even though it was like masquerading as something else. It's like time to give up the quest you were on. It's time for a new quest. Like you've gotten as far on this as you're going to get on this,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to let it go because it's time for you to pivot or like reorient your compass, your navigation, so that you start moving towards the quest that is now aligned with what you actually care about, as opposed to feeling like you have to complete something just because you started it when that was the thing you wanted based on the version that you were back then.
Mm-hmm.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah. No.
You picking up what I'm putting down? Sometimes we go towards the horizon because we're never going to get to the horizon, right? Like they keep on moving the line. If you know that song from Smash, sung by the beautiful Megan Hilty.
Do people know that song?
Probably just me and some very niche homosexuals in the musical theater realms.
Or musical theater people.
Oh my God, it's a great
in the
song.
homosexual
It's a great
realms.
song. Anyway, they keep on moving the line, right? They keep on moving the finish line. You keep going towards the horizon and you never get to the horizon, but it's not about getting there. It goes back to what I was saying about the creative process. The process is the most fulfilling part. It's not about what happens with it. So you have this quest and you're like, I didn't get the golden fleece. But it doesn't matter because as you were moving...
I thought you ordered it.
Well, we'll see if it gets here before we leave for Europe.
Oh, got it. Okay, sorry.
DHL's the worst. I keep tracking and they keep not finding... Where's my golden fleece?
Seriously.
The thing is as I was trying to find the golden fleece, I found something else that was actually even more suited for me.
What was that?
A hat. a golden hat.
It's a curious pivot.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, as you move towards the thing that you think is your quest, you get further from your starting place. And when you're out in the ocean, because the horizon's always most visible on the ocean, you realize there's so many more options before. And so you pivot and you move towards... So that's the point of the horizon, is just to get you out of your house from where you were. That's the point of a quest. Because once you're on your quest, you might realize there's something else that's better suited for you to be questing for.
I like that. And
so potentially that's what this full moon could illuminate for us. Or it could be like, I'm thinking about us, like we're going to be at the end of a quest on this full moon.
Right.
We're going to be somewhere that we've worked really hard to achieve. God is willing, knock on wood, spirits be with us.
Spirits be with us.
And so then you go, okay, so I got here. Now what?
Right.
What's next?
What does this mean?
Where do I point my arrow? I'm the centaur, I'm Sagittarius, right? Like where do I use my horse half's like intuition and instinct, and my human half's will and intention? And how do I combine those two things so that I can move forwards in the direction that's just better suited for me?
Yeah. I love that.
You know what I mean? Like when I was in my 20s, I wanted to be like a series regular on a TV show. Do you know?
What TV show?
I didn't care. I just wanted those checks, honey. I just wanted that regular job.
Right.
But that was the quest for me at that time, because I needed other people to pay attention to me because I wasn't paying attention to myself. And now that I pay attention to myself, and like I don't need the world to acknowledge me because I acknowledge myself. So I have a different quest,
You hear that out there, world?
You hear that, Oprah? I don't need
Stop
your validation.
looking.
But I'd love it. I would appreciate it. But I don't need it. So, hey, man. Food for thought.
That is good food. And I think that is really helpful. I think that's a nice way to like distill down this full moon, how to utilize it for yourself.
Yeah. But the other thing about this full moon is it's activating a lot of these new ingresses.
Well, yes.
So it's going to be a little spiky.
Yes.
It feels like the word dangerous comes to mind, but I mean, yes, dangerous in terms of like be careful, but also dangerous like on the edges. Like you're playing with the edges of your what's acceptable, what's comfortable.
Like dangerous in a sexy way?
Yeah, in a sexy way, in a creative way. Also potentially in just watch out, girl, you in danger sort of way. But because it's, it's activating the Neptune and the Uranus and these planets that are, really fresh in these new landscapes of the sign. And so oftentimes the moon, because it's the body closest to the earth, makes things so that we can feel them.
Right.
So when the outer planets are making moves, it can feel very intellectual or general, or like it's out there. But when the moon comes to activate those planets, now all of a sudden it's happening in your hometown, in your house, in your body, and you have to reconcile with some of that.
So yeah, seeing perhaps some like new quests collectively too, some like needs to pivot into a new direction.
Yeah.
How to handle things just for the collective on a global level.
Yeah.
Great.
Cool.
All right. Well, a couple other things we have coming up. We have Mercury entering Cancer on June 1st. So just remember, whenever a planet is in the sign of Cancer, pay attention to what the moon's doing, because about every 2.5 days, the moods will change. The way people want to communicate, with Mercury, is going to want to change. So use it to your advantage. Pay attention to that moon. If Mercury is in Leo, or if the moon is in Leo, then, start every conversation with a compliment of the person.
Yes, that's good
Or
advice.
asking them, how are you doing?
Well, then you'll never get a word in edgewise.
I know, but you might ultimately get what you want.
Oh, fair.
You
Wow,
know?
look at you, sorcerer.
It's not sorcery.
Astrology sorcerer.
It's helping people to work with. Okay, it's sorcery.
Yeah. Mercury is ruling 2 other planets right now, correct? Because Uranus is in Gemini, so answering to Mercury, and the Sun in Gemini, answering to Mercury. Is there anybody else in Gemini? Venus, or is she almost out of there?
No, Venus is in Cancer.
Okay, great. So just know that Mercury is changing his mood, his style of communication every 2 days, but that also means the planets that answer to him change as well. So I feel like, Uranus and Gemini feels very much, and we're about to get here, it feels very much about the news cycle. Yeah. And so I feel like every 2.5 days, it's going to be a very different sort of news cycle. And the Sun in Gemini also, it's like how you relate to other people is going to be based on how Mercury's feeling in the sign of the moon.
Yeah, and it could be rocky. It's going to be rocky at times.
It's going to be varied.
Yeah. Because on the 3rd, Mercury has a square with Neptune.
Okay.
And then on the 9th, Mercury has a square with Saturn.
Okay.
So that's kind of how it's meeting other planets directly, is through square energy.
Yeah, it's a bit of a debate.
Cancer. Yeah. So, it's going to debate with Aries energy on the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to debate with Aries energy again on the 9th.
But Neptune, but with Neptune, it feels like, oh, wow, so hard. Because like Mercury in Cancer, I wish I knew what sign the moon was in that day. But Mercury in Cancer is an emotional communicator, like an intuitive communicator.
Yes.
And Neptune in Aries can get very caught up in like the dream of themselves, So I feel like that is a challenging conversation where like what you want to be true and what the facts are not meeting each other. Well, yeah. And then the square with Saturn is kind of like the cold water thrown over you, where you're like, oh, I really wanted it to be true, but it turns out I can't trust them.
Yeah. And you have to keep in mind that not everyone is remotely in touch with their intuition. So most people are just experiencing Mercury in Cancer through the lens of like just straight up feelings.
Straight up disassociation.
Just whatever shows up, they're throwing out.
Yeah.
Hey, that made me angry. Hey, that made me sad. Oh. Hey, I'm going crazy. It's a little delirious.
I mean, honestly, respect to people that can even feel their feelings, because I feel like a lot of people aren't even feeling their feelings these days.
That's true. So if you're not feeling your intuition and you're not feeling your feelings, what are you feeling when Mercury's in Cancer?
Your credit card debt.
Nothing. You feel like hiding.
The empty calories you're consuming.
You feel like burrowing under your shell and just leaving the world behind.
I'm hungry for crab now.
Oh.
I'd love like some king crab legs.
That's not where I thought that was going to go.
It's not where I thought it was going either, but it just made me think about crab, and I just got really hungry. Don't know what to tell you about it.
I guess get some crab.
Yeah, I will.
want
When
this for
Mercury's
you
in
now.
Cancer, I'm going to get some crab.
Yes, do it. Speaking of Cancer energy, though, we will on the 9th also see Venus and Jupiter conjunct in Cancer.
Honey.
So that's nice.
Oh my God, that's major.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Wait, that's actually a big deal.
It's very, very sweet.
What
does it do for you?
All right, so Venus and Jupiter are the two benefics. They are historically the two planets that are known to bring the blessings. So when they come together, it's double the blessings, right? Jupiter expands Venus. They both love to be in Cancer. I'm wondering what sign the moon is in that day, because that will really determine a lot. So I'm just going to look it up real fast. Vamp, sing a song. Tell us about your latest dream.
My latest dream, I didn't dream last night, unfortunately, so I don't have a dream to talk about. But I did once dream a dream of time gone by.
The moon's in Pisces.
Oh.
The moon will be in Pisces, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful because then we're in mutual reception, because Jupiter rules Pisces. So you have the moon and Jupiter in mutual reception with each other. So that's a major day to circle, actually. Like,
yes.
I mean, I think I said this last episode about your phrase, the soft blanket people, but it's like that's a day to definitely like gather those people together, but also to have other people, because Venus is how my heart says hello to your heart. And Jupiter's about like expansion and abundance and how do we open ourselves up to like live a bigger life and receive more, like take up more space. We need other people to help us do that.
Yeah.
That's actually the theme of this podcast episode and kind of the theme of Gemini season 2, which is like we need other people. Like we can't do it alone.
That is so true.
So it feels like the moon in Pisces helping us to like dream bigger and be in touch with our intuition, to potentially even like feel like there are the ordinary reality people, like your partners and your friends, but who are the people that aren't an ordinary reality that could help you, like your ancestors, or what people call like their guides, what I refer to as my helping spirits. Like those can really be present for you on the 9th as well.
I love that.
I love it too.
So just like an opportunity to be really present to who's in your life in that moment.
Yeah.
And who you wish was there, call them in.
Helping you expand and expanding your heart's capacity to say hello to other people's hearts.
Yeah.
I mean, the world's tough as fuck right now. Like, let's not pretend. And I think when things get scarier and more violent and more dangerous and more inflammatory, it's really easy to get insular and to want to hide and to want to make your life really small because you don't trust people anymore. But I really think that trusting people and connecting with people is our way out of this mess, because the powers that be that want to keep us siloed in our phones and create all these like divisions. This is also going to be a little bit of a Uranus and Gemini theme. Like they want us to feel like small and isolated and like everyone's out to get us, when that's not the truth. The truth is there's just like, it's just Lauren Sanchez. She's out to get us. You know what I mean?
Why would you bring that name up?
Because she's the face of the enemy.
Is that a face?
Sorry.
I don't like to be that rude. Forgive me, everyone. Oh my God. Who said that?
Oh my God. You laid
Who
me
said that?
out. You laid me out.
Who said that?
You laid me out. Weren't you the one that told me that Kris Jenner's upset with her facelift, the $300,000 facelift she got? Didn't you tell me that she's upset like it's not lasting as long as it was supposed to?
I may have read it.
Fake news, maybe real news.
Who knows?
It looked great at the Met.
I don't think she said it in like an interview.
You can just tell she's not thrilled. She's trying to get her money back.
You know what? I can't tell what she's thinking.
Well, that's because it was a good facelift. Can't see a thing. It's just a mask.
All right. Well, I think this is now a good time to
head into this episode's deep dive. So deep.
All right. So I think we've already entered the waters of Uranus in Gemini.
I want to be clear. These are not waters. This is all air, honey.
They're electric skies.
Yes, this is the edge of the Earth's atmosphere.
It's like where we are right now.
I know, it's so beautiful.
Like we're underneath the electric sky.
Yeah, you can't see it probably, but there are these beautiful rainbow-colored clouds above us.
Yes.
I just want to sleep in.
Well, you couldn't.
No, unless we lose gravity, in which case.
Which is possible while Uranus is in Gemini.
Well, Uranus is in Gemini.
Well. Okay, so Uranus is in Gemini.
For the next 7 years.
Yeah, up until 2033, which, I mean, isn't that just so weird to say?
Yes, but 2026 is weird to say, so we've lost the plot.
I don't call it 2026.
Oh, what do you call it?
I call it 2026.
I've never heard you say that, ever.
Well, we never talk about the year.
That's true. We don't ever really talk about the year.
I mean, I call it 2026.
All right, so Uranus is in Gemini for the next 7 years, so we got to get used to it.
We have no choice.
How do you want to enter into this conversation?
Well, I think let's just talk about the larger ideas of what that is.
Okay, should we just talk about Uranus as a planet first?
Sure.
Okay. Who's Uranus?
Yeah, tell us, since Uranus is your friend.
Uranus is my friend.
I mean, you are an Aquarius.
As an Aquarius.
Uranus is the modern ruler of
So
Aquarius.
Uranus orbits on its side.
Yeah.
It has rings that are vertical as opposed to all the other planetary rings, which are horizontal. So Uranus sees things from another point of view. Uranus does not do things the way everybody else does things. So Uranus is associated with liberation, creativity, chaos. Like Uranus is here to fuck shit up. If something isn't working, Uranus is going to give you the push to get it out the door. If you have been stuck or stagnant, Uranus is going to grab you by the shoulders. Uranus is going to give you a tab of acid. Uranus is going to change your reality. It's going to make up, down, and down, left, and like it does not play by the rules. It refuses to acknowledge rules, and it is the planet of revolution.
Yes.
So,
and evolution.
Yes, because how do things change? With a leap, something with a shift, you know? So those are the themes that we're working with. And in an air sign like Gemini, Uranus is very well suited. In an earth sign like Taurus, Uranus gets slowed down by the element of earth.
Yeah, there's like a big solid form it has to kind of punch through.
Whittle away at.
Yeah.
But in Gemini, things can go very, very fast.
Yeah, it's like the traditional like ace tarot cards, right? It's that like hand through the cloud holding the thing. It's just like, boom, here you go.
Now it's here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do think that we are already living in, but are heading into a uptick of unprecedented technological change that will make the world seem almost unrecognizable. We've already had some tastes of that, but it's because it's not just Uranus and Gemini right now. It's Uranus and Gemini trining Pluto and Aquarius. So you're having this conversation all the way through. And Aquarius is another air sign that's about humanity. It's about the collective. It's about the future that we can't see. It's about extraterrestrials.
You're so excited about that.
I mean, I'm as excited as I've ever been. So we are going to be seeing very, very fast technological change and revolutionizing the way that we engage with each other.
Yeah.
But I think what I'm most interested in is returning to Gemini as the sign of duality or binaries.
Okay.
And Uranus disrupting even that. Like, there's no such thing as a two-party system. There's no such thing as two genders. There's no such thing as two directions. We are going to enter into a period of multiplicity, which is going to be liberating and also crazy-making.
Yeah.
Because infinite possibility, when you're standing in the cereal aisle, it's hard to figure out what you want to get.
Completely.
Too many choices.
Yeah.
But it's important for us to liberate ourselves from the idea that you have bad and then a little less bad.
Right.
Like our current Los Angeles mayoral election candidates.
Let's not talk about that either.
Bad, little less bad. really bad. And I'll let you figure out who I'm talking about.
Everyone has their own version of it.
Yeah. And there you go. That's Uranus and Gemini.
That is Uranus and Gemini.
Also, misinformation. Like we are all going, the next 7 years, we are all going to have to be very, very patient with vetting information because there's going to be a lot of misinformation,
Right.
a lot of fake news, a lot of AI generated photos and videos and things that you think are true and that are going to scare you that are not true at all. And that's where I think we're actually going to need another signification of Gemini, which is our neighborhood, our siblings, the people closest to us, to really help us understand what is going on.
Yeah, it's revolutionizing your relationship with those close people.
Yeah, exactly. So the other thing we should talk about, since we are Americans, is that this starts to prepare us for the United States Uranus return. And I was doing a little research because we are in the midst of a war, and Uranus in Gemini for the United States often signifies a large war. So I have some dates for you. I have some receipts. So Uranus was in Gemini in 1776. Do you remember what happened in 1776?
I'm not that old, honey.
Oh,
I was not there.
right. But from history class, remember what happened in 1776?
I did not go to school.
Okay, well, it was the revolution,
No,
honey. It was the revolution when America was trying to free itself
Yes, literally.
from the shackles of monarchy.
A literal revolution.
Ba-bam. Okay, then, so Uranus takes 84 years to go around, all right?
Yes.
Then, 84 years later, I have notes because I couldn't remember all these dates in my
So
head. So let me
cute
just
with
pull
your
out my
notes.
notes.
It would have been like
1860.
60s. Yeah.
Do you remember what happened in 1860?
I was also not there.
Right, okay.
But I believe it was around the Civil War.
Correct. The
Mhm.
Civil War. The North versus the South. And I should have said with the previous war, like we're talking about like the old guard, you know, England versus the new guard, right? Like monarchy versus democracy.
Yes.
And then we're talking about the North versus the South, right? Like, which is very Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
And then 84 years later, 1942,
Yeah.
which was when the United States entered into World War II.
Yes.
So I'm not saying this to like scare anybody because
Too late.
no, I mean, because this is what, I mean, it's bad. Like, I mean, I'm not going to get on a soapbox about like how war is bad because that's obvious, but we're in it. This is what's happening. And it is going to change every time the United States has had a Uranus return and has entered into one of these wars. On the other side of that war, the country has looked markedly different.
Yeah.
And I think that there is both the internal division of the country, as we see in the Civil War, and then the external division with a foreign enemy, if you will, as we saw in the first one that I talked about, the Revolution and
Mhm.
World War II. And I think that what we're entering into in these next 7 years with Uranus and Gemini for ourselves is both. There is a foreign enemy that most of us don't agree is really an enemy, that we should be in this war in the first place. But there's also the division within our own country where we're trying to figure out like how do our voices be heard so that our tax dollars aren't going to fund something that we don't stand by. I mean, I just think that this is the syllabus for the next 7 years of Earth School if you're in the United States.
Yeah. From a
Which is why I'd
collective
like to
standpoint.
move to Portugal, quite frankly. But I also think that on the other hand, it's like people like us that maybe need to stay put because we have to be here to help change the narrative of things. Like you can't just run away,
Right.
even though I'd really like to run away. So that's my little TED Talk on, oh. So in the birth chart of the United States, Uranus is in Gemini, but guess what other planet is in Gemini, which will make this make more sense?
Jupiter?
No. Mars.
Oh.
That's why it's always war for us, you know? When I mean, other countries have Uranus returns and they don't blow everything to smithereens.
Right.
It's because they don't have Mars in the same sign. So the co-presence of Uranus and Mars in the chart of the United States is why every 84 years somebody decides we got to go blow shit up
Right.
and swing our stupid dick around and try to assert ourselves, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But also, I think interesting to think about the identity of the United States as being very, very Gemini. very Gemini Sagittarius.
Yeah.
Like Gemini, because there's also Venus too in Gemini in the birth chart of the United States.
Oh,
so
okay.
think about like the identity of the United States in the world. Like, what do we sell? We sell Venusian things, right? Like we sell our art, like American culture, movies, right?
Our
like
communication.
These things, our communication. Yeah, we're great salespeople, we were great salespeople.
Well, we think we
Now
are.
everybody thinks we're crazy, which is also a signification for Gemini because you're of two minds about things, right?
Right.
But also we're known for our martial, there isn't a war in the last 100 years that the United States hasn't been involved in some way, shape, or form, right? Because we're known for our Mars, but we're also known for our Uranus. We're known for our innovation. We're known for change.
Right. For being different.
Yeah. Electricity was discovered here, which is another signification for Uranus.
Mm-hmm.
So these are kind of the themes that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
What do you make of all that? What do you make of my TED Talk? Did you like it?
I did, and I appreciated it.
Oh, good.
I always think it's really important to understand like the historical patterns that come up with these things.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting from definitely like a technological standpoint, especially as well, given the technology component, knowing that like, if we're looking at like the mid to late 40s, that was sort of, a little bit more like behind the scenes, probably of like television really starting to kind of like enter like the greater mass
radio
population. Yeah.
Which is very Gemini.
But then I feel like TV kind of like happened like right, it was like 1950, like right after, but it was already starting to enter the conversation in the way that AI is sort of, it's definitely, I think, populated the mass, the mass population in a way
it's entered
already.
the zeitgeist. We're all talking about it now. Some of us are using it. Some of us aren't.
Yeah, but I think that is like
it's definitely going to be used in warfare.
Yeah, and it's going to be a big component, I think, over the next 7 years as it continues to enter into all the different fields, as well as just all of our own personal lives.
Yeah.
So,
and the war is happening in technology as well. And I think it's, I don't want to like sound so dramatic, but I'm going to. Which is like there's a war for like our own individuality. There's a war like that's happening, and I feel it. I haven't been on Instagram for over a year because I felt like I was being like colonized from the inside. Like every time I went on social media, I felt like I was being like possessed by other people's thoughts and what I should buy and what I should look like and how I should live my life, that I would spend my time even not on Instagram like thinking thoughts that weren't even my own. And that is something that's happening right now with technology. And I think with Uranus and Gemini, things are going to be moving so fast and there's going to be so many voices that we are going to want to pull away from all of that to reacquaint ourselves with our authenticity and our true identity.
Yeah, and I think it is very important then to personalize that for yourself in understanding the Uranus and Gemini for you.
In Gemini?
Yes, is that there are a lot of voices in our own heads at times. And so very important to use this as an opportunity to try and like pull away from some of those voices, to really distill them down, quiet them so that you can get to the most authentic voice that exists for you. And I'll let you know, it's not the one that like criticizes you. It's not the one that like, makes fun of you. It's the voice that like wants to help you be connected to your truest self, to the part of you that feels purpose-driven. So do all you can to, when those negative voices pop up, say thank you, but no thank you. We are moving on. We are connecting more deeply to our own authentic voice at this time.
Mic drop.
That was my TED Talk.
It was a great TED Talk. It was a little short for a TED Talk. It was like a TEDx talk. It was like a little mini, as a teaser.
A thread out loud.
I think that I just want to buttonhole this by saying Gemini's about communication. And so this transit doesn't need to scare us. It's about how do we free up our communication with ourselves and our curiosity. And Gemini is a storyteller. And the story we're telling about ourselves and our life. Get a new story.
Yeah. All right. Now I'm curious for what our card is.
Ooh, child. I'm going to ask the cards to help us work specifically with Uranus and Gemini.
Lovely.
So take a moment, connect to the sound of the cards, and drop in. If it's safe for you to do so, if you're driving a tractor, please keep your eyes on the crops. And just trusting that this message will resonate no matter the future, place, or time to which you listen to this episode. So we're just asking for one card to help us work with Uranus in Gemini. What do we need to know? How do we partner with it? The planets are not out to get us. They're here to help us, to heal us, to expand us. How do we do that? How do we do that? The Nine of Cups.
Hey.
Damn. All right. So the Nine of Cups is traditionally the wish card. It says make a wish and it will come true. Where have you not given yourself permission to wish for something, to ask for what you really want? But the deeper, more like esoteric meaning of this card, because cups are emotional and nines are completions, and relational. It's about the relationship with yourself. Like you are a wish. You've heard me say this before. Like you are a wish your ancestors made. You are a wish your soul made. You came here, your soul wanted you to be here for some reason. You got to crack yourself open in that unique way that only you can do so that you can make the wish of your life come true. And that's part of the problem of what I'm talking about, which is like the homogenization, late stage capitalism, makes us all want the same things. And so we forget how to crack ourselves open to want the weird thing, to want the strange thing, to want the thing that nobody's ever wanted before. That's what Uranus is trying to get us to do. But I appreciate the cups because it's saying like you got to be in your own heart. You got to be, there's a lot of air happening, right? So you got to be connected to your own emotions. Your emotions are a language that are trying to lead you towards the truth. So start to think about what your wishes are. What if Uranus is a chaotic fairy godmother who comes in and maybe like makes a bumbling fairy godmother, you know, a chaos magician who can make magic happen, and there might be some fallout, there might be some mess, there might be some explosions in the laboratory, but that's okay because life is messy and we're here to make a mess. So figure out for yourself what is true for you in terms of what you want, in terms of what your wishes are. Ignore everything else. And maybe the first process is kind of like having to shed what isn't yours, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You don't really want Mew Mew pumps, I'm telling you. You know, you're just being fed it. You know, Mew Mew wasn't even cool, you know, until 2 years ago because they had to revitalize the brand to make more money. So it's important to not get caught up in the hype. That's very Uranus and Gemini, but get caught up in your heart. And that's my mic drop for this episode.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank the spirit of the tarot.
Yay. And thank you. We're grateful that your soul wanted you to be here with us right now. As always, you can find out anything else you want to know about us at thespiritualgaze.com. You can find us on Instagram if you like. And yeah, anything else?
Until next time, this has been your transit through the spiritual gaze.